Now it's time to write the classics essay, and I'm going to go over this instruction sheet, and then I'm going to show you the example of my essay that I wrote. So remember, the format instructions are one PDF, 12-point font, Times New Roman, double-spaced, 500 to 700 words, and remember you get credit for any revisions that you wrote. So when you add your works cited and your word count, you can count that works cited once, but you can count all of your revised content as many times as you revised it. Again, that's an honor system. Plagiarism, read that. Then the setup. First, we're going to go to EasyBib, and we're going to set up the project. Let's go look at that together that I used for this particular essay. I went to EasyBib, I created a citation list, and then I clicked on that so that all of my research would go into the proper folder. As I conducted my research, I added each of the citations. When I show you the example, I'll show you how I added that to my essay. Moving on, I find a summary, and I find that summary somewhere that is legitimate. As opposed to SparkNotes or CliffsNotes, I like the Britannica. That is a definitive source. It is an encyclopedia, so I just bypass all those other pages when I go to Google, and I go straight for Britannica. Let me show you how real quick. See this? I just go to Google, type in Hamlet summary, I type straight in the encyclopedia, and then there it is. I haven't wasted any time going over all those pages of nonsense summaries that I can't really use. Now, using that suggestion that I created in the prompt module, I read the script using that method that I showed you. Next, I'm going to pick one theme from the work that I want to work on. Then I'm going to choose one additional literary element, and for Hamlet, I've chosen symbols. You can pick any one of these that you like. Now I'm going to look for 2 articles or a YouTube video about that chosen theme and the element that I have chosen. And I'm going to add all those sources to my EasyBib project. Let's look at that together real quickly. There's my script, the articles, and a summary of the work from Britannica. And you can use YouTube tutorials as long as they're from reputable sources. I think Course Hero is kind of a fun resource as long as you can use those appropriately and cite those YouTube tutorials correctly. Just to show you real quickly, let's say I go with this one. It's a little short, but if you can understand what they're saying, though, so let's just go with that. For a YouTube video, I would go and I would copy the URL. In my EasyBib project, I would search for that URL, cite that, but I'm going to need to add more to it than just YouTube because that's not a complete citation. So I'm going to edit the citation. I'm going to give that a title. Click the 3 dots to edit. I added a title for that YouTube video and where it came from, Course Hero. And then, yes, I allow the reader to see the URL. And then I go down here and I click Update the Citation, and it adds that to my list. Now I'm going to write my 3 paragraphs using this exact formula. I've shown you sentence by sentence what the content should be. Paragraph 2, paragraph 3. Now I'm ready to drop down 2 spaces, include my works cited, and then double check, add my word count, save as a PDF, and submit. Let's look at my example together. Now I've added my name, course, date, word count. I come down 4 spaces and I add my title in any font I like. And I chose this image because I'm focusing my essay on the symbol of the skull. So naturally, I want my title image to be Hamlet with a skull, making sure there's no words or logos or anything like that. This is just, you see the character in action with the skull. Now I follow the step-by-step instructions. I'm in double space Times New Roman 12 font. Make sure that I punctuate the title correctly using the italics. Remember, there's a page in the course study pages called How to Punctuate Titles. So I want to make sure that I have that punctuated correctly. I go on down. Second paragraph, I'm going to discuss the theme. And then I'm going to quote from the articles that I read and so forth. And now I'm completed with the works cited. Let's go back and look at how I added this works cited again, since that's a place where sometimes the thing can go a little wonky. So let's take a look at that together. Back over here in my EasyBib project, I'm going to export all. I'm going to select Microsoft Word because I'm creating a Word document and I have a better luck with that. So I'm going to click Export. And here it is. Now I'm going to click Copy. And I'm going to go over to where my essay is written in my Word document. And here I am in my Word document. And I come down to the bottom. And let's say that I have the works cited off of here and I'm going to add it. Okay, so when I click Paste, I want to hover over these to make sure that it adds it correctly, because some of these will add it in a wonky way. See, that's all completely wrong. This is wrong. So I'm going to go over here and click the option where the formatting will show correctly. I'm going to add a space there, and now I'm going to look over those citations and make sure that they are correct. That's not correct. And this needs to be, this is the second page of that. So now I'm going to have to go back and fix this. I'll be right back. I got so tired of playing around with that and trying to get that correct. And you all may know better ways to make sure that that gets all formatted correctly. This is the downloaded. So I'm just going to add my essay on top of the works cited. So now I've just added that to the top. And check my works cited again. And you see how it's correctly at the margin and the second line is indented now. So everything is all correct. I've double checked my word count with my revisions, and we remember how to do that, right? Want me to remind you real quick? We go to Review, Word Count. That shows us the total word count. 93. And then I add my revisions and I come up with my total. Make sure my name, course date, so forth is there so that I can grade that, look it over one more time, read it, check it, save it as a PDF, and I'm all set to go. That concludes this tutorial on how to write the classics essay.